What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I got a news article coming in for you guys, but, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I got a news article, surprise, surprise, right? Coming in. Son of a What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, we've got a narrative out there that, oh, Donald Trump's already failing. He's already failed. He's not even in office yet. And he's done lied to everybody about his campaign promises. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's already out there. Y'all check this out. In a shift, Trump downgrades soaring rhetoric on campaign promises. And once again, this is just narrative building by the corporate press. That is all this is. But before we get into that, I need you guys to do me a favor. Y'all know what it is. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. I would appreciate that. And share this video anywhere and everywhere you can. But let's go ahead and get into this thing right quick. Check it out. President-elect Trump on the campaign trail made grandiose promises to voters to bring down costs quickly, to end the war in Ukraine before he even took office, and to use tariffs to bolster the U.S. economy and manufacturing. Since winning November's election, Trump has indicated delivering on those promises may not be as simple as advertised. Now, anybody that listens to a presidential campaign and takes all of their campaign promises at face value are being a bit naive. Now, I don't think that the corporate press, these people, are that stupid. I don't think they're that naive. So what is it do you think that they're doing? They're building a narrative here to try to make Trump look bad. This is all they do, right? This is manipulation at its worst, because they're giving you facts and they're giving you something that seems like it makes sense, but they're just throwing in their own bias on top of it to make it look like it's a certain thing, and I'm trying to break that, you guys. Let's keep going, though. Trump, in a recent Meet the Press interview, said he could not guarantee tariffs would not lead to higher consumer prices. Once again, this is a twist of the narrative here. He acknowledged in a Time magazine interview for his Person of the Year honor that it's difficult to bring down the cost of groceries once they've gone up. Once again, twisting the narrative here, right? What he's basically saying, and this, everybody should know this, right? This should make total sense. Once these prices go up, they're not going to come back down. But what he's talking about here, he's not talking about actually bringing the prices of everything down. What he is talking about is to come in to make cheap energy to bolster the economy, to try to boom the economy so wages go up. Right? You come in, you make energy cheap. That makes the actual cost of transporting all these goods go down, just outright. And it not only affects that, it affects everything, right? Because the cost of everything that is transported is going to go down, including you. Right? If your energy prices are down, it's not just your gas prices, right? He's talking about energy in general. So that's your electricity bill, your gas bill, all that stuff goes down, making it easier on you, essentially raising your wages up a little bit, just a tiny, tiny little bit. But the costs of everything going down like this sustain that for a little while, and it's going to make wages come up, right? So that's what the campaign promise essentially is. There is, you can't make the prices come back down. That's just not going to happen, because that's just not how inflation works. That would only happen if we had deflation, if you will, and that would be catastrophic for the economy, according to economists. Right? Let's keep going. And in his first post-election press conference from his Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida, Trump suggested ending the war in Ukraine would be more difficult than easing tensions in the Middle East. That statement said nothing at all. What was the point of that? Of course it's going to be harder, because we don't have a full-blown war between two powerful nations in the Middle East. That's just a pretty much almost a civil war, if you will, because Israel controls Gaza. So that's kind of a civil war, if you will, right? But, Israel is not at war with anybody else. So, yes, of course, that makes normal, natural, logical sense to ease tensions when there's not an active conflict going on. But, leave it to the corporate press to, what are they trying to say with that? Exactly what? I have no idea. While Democrats and critics accused Trump of lowering expectations or signaling he would not deliver on his campaign promises, the Trump transition and other allies argued it was the president-elect shifting from sweeping campaign rhetoric to the nuances and realities of governing. That sounds about right. Run of the mill. The American people re-elected President Trump by a resounding margin, giving him a mandate to implement the promises he made on the campaign trail. He will deliver, said Caroline Leavitt, a spokesperson for the transition and the incoming White House press secretary, in a statement. She's going to be pretty good. You know, getting all these statements from her, following her on X, seeing how she handles media and all these other people, she's going to be good. She's going to be another Kayleigh McEnany. She's going to go into that press room and just smash the fake narrative, the fake news, just outright. She's going to be pretty good, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but she's probably going to be pretty good. One Trump ally argued the president-elect was not contradicting his promises on the trail, but rather he was shifting away from the sales pitch rhetoric that is typical of campaigns. Yeah, he's just getting back to reality. Right? You make all these campaign promises. This is what you want to do. Then you translate that into what you can actually do. Once again, like I said earlier, anybody that believes all of the campaign promises are just going to be that easy, yeah, that's not how you win a campaign. Right? You make these promises, then you work on this stuff. Some of it you're going to get done. Some of it you're not going to get done. That's just reality. But the other side loves to twist this around. Oh, he's not following through on his campaign promises. Well, sometimes you can't. Right? Especially if you're getting opposition. Right? Like Trump's first term, not only was he getting opposition from Democrats just outright, but he was also getting opposition from the rhinos in Congress and in the government and the deep state. He had people in his own staff working against him actively. His own generals were lying to him. We saw that interview with that CIA guy who was talking about they were actively withholding information from the president on purpose to undermine his presidency. This is just absurd. How is somebody supposed to handle this? This is why Trump is putting in a bunch of people who value loyalty above other things, right? This makes sense, especially from coming from Trump when we see how he was treated in his first term. Trump made improving the economy and inflation in particular a core part of his campaign for the White House in 2024. He frequently railed against the Biden White House for the high cost of groceries specifically, and he often told supporters he would bring down costs by increasing the energy supply, which would have a ripple effect on all prices. Prices will come down. You just watch. They'll come down, and they'll come down fast. Not only with insurance, with everything, Trump told supporters in North Carolina in August. At a rally in Pennsylvania on the eve of Election Day, Trump said a vote for him meant your grocery prices will be cheaper. But in comments to Time on November 25th, Trump was more circumspect about his ability to bring down the cost of groceries. Asked if his presidency would be a failure if prices do not decline, Trump said he didn't think so. That's just a ridiculous question, right? You're going to act like his entire presidency, a 4-year administration, is banking on the fact if he can bring down prices or not? That's just a ridiculous question. Just outright, it's so stupid if you ask me. But, you know, they say there is no stupid questions, but there are very stupid questions. That's a stupid question. You think it's going to be a failure if prices don't come down? No. Look, they got them up. I'd like to bring them down. It's hard to bring things down once they're up. You know, it's very hard, Trump said, but I think that they will. I think that energy is going to bring them down. I think a better supply chain is going to bring them down. You know, the supply chain is still broken. Democrats were quick to jump on Trump's comments, suggesting it amounted to a broken campaign promise before he even took office. Candidate Trump promised to lower grocery prices, but now it seems he isn't even going to try, Senator Elizabeth Warren posted on the social media platform X. While champagne corks pop at Mar-a-Lago, President-elect Trump says he can't really lower grocery prices because it's very hard. Sad. It's the start of a broken promise. once again, they putting out this narrative. Oh, well, he's not going to be able to do it because he said it's hard. That's such a ridiculous, that's just shillery, if you will. That's just partisan hackery coming from a Democrat. It's just weird, if you ask me. Like, why would you even get out there and say that before he even takes office? You haven't even given him a chance to do it yet. He's got this idea, he's got a strategy, he's got his game plan laid out. He's going to do it. Let's wait and see. How about that? Before you just jump to conclusions and make yourself look like a fool. Right? Because that's all they're doing with this. Just making themselves look like a bunch of idiots. Oh, he's not going to be able to do it. He hasn't even freaking started yet. It's just ridiculousness coming from these people, but you know, I can go on forever about this, but I'm not going to. I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter, so I think that's all I got for this one. But I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comments section. Do y'all think that it's just as simple as, oh, it's going to be hard, so he can't do it? Or do y'all think that, yeah, there's a bunch of moving parts to this, and you got to go in, you got to do a bunch of different stuff, and sure, it's not going to be easy. And yes, prices will not come down, just outright. But making wages go up is the main goal here, to make the grocery prices easier to pay for, in other words, right? That's what I think. Let me know what you think. That's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.